here's another one. One time for the mind now. Let's go.
Could be something true now. I'm not looking anymore. The times we're faking, love up through now. Sharing real connections, what we'll make.
Come on, let go, baby, more. Don't you know you let it on a jump for that? Try to put the phone double cooking on the go, but I know use. Hey, I'm gonna go in.
And I went with a flow, double trouble on the go poses. Keep posing, opposing against these foes. Please know I'm the roses that grew out on the concrete jungle.
Not a day goes by without me thinking about that way the world stopped in motion. When you walked into my life and we connected like we share the same emotion. Couldn't help but move that glass open and spot us into each other's blind spotches. All this energy's got us inspired now. We couldn't stop it, just set it free and dance.
Hey there guys, and welcome
Dancing all
to this
night.
game. Wow. Going from the fighting game that no one really wanted to a rhythm game. And of course, it is canonical. It does actually give a in-universe extension to the story, so yeah, pretty much have to play it. I will tell you before we begin, I am not a rhythm person. I don't typically play rhythm games, so we're gonna see how this works. I'm going to try not to judge it too harshly, but at the same time, I'm going to try, you know,
Dancing all night.
I'm already kind of not in favor of the game, just because it's not the kind of game I would play, and I kind of am being strong-armed into playing it. So, yeah, here we go. Welcome to Persona 4 Dancing. In P4D, there are two primary stories. Well, we're obviously doing story mode. Story, for sure. The mode will affect only story mode is separate from free difficulty. Oh, that is freaking mean. What? Give me a beginner, standard, and hard so I can click standard and, you know. For those who wish to focus on the story and those who are skilled at rhythm games. I'm not skilled at rhythm games, but I can't pick beginner. I'm putting this in front of all of the internet. What are you doing to me, game? Ah, friggin' standard. This is going to be painful. No, don't proceed. I clicked the button, but I don't really want to do it yet. Oh my god, I'm just gonna do this the whole game. Arr.
Well then, that concludes this audition.
Why are there
We'll
auditions going on at
contact you
midnight?
individually with your results after some time.
Thank you, sir.
Take care now.
Thanks for everything. Thank you for staying so late. Thank you so much. See you. Please excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, well, she's obviously important.
We'll get back. Oh, good luck.
They specifically are having us pay attention to her for reasons. Let's go wandering into dark places in the middle of the night where no one knows we're actually there. This is how nightmares are made.
Excuse me? Yuko-san?
Bad things happen when that minute thing moves. Good lord, she has fallen twice in the span of like a minute. This is the clumsiest girl in Persona history. And we've had some klutzes. Okay, I admit it would be a bit of an awkward situation, but they're just bows. Oh wait, is that person being hung? That would explain her reaction a little bit better.
Was that a scream?
It was from the studio. Hey!
What?
What's going on?
So we're getting back to people randomly show up being hung from
Have you
things.
heard that rumor?
Huh? Which one?
When you look at some website at midnight, there's this weird video that plays on its own. It's hard to really make out much at first, but you can totally see this idol who should be dead dancing in it. When you watch the video to the end, supposedly you get taken away to the other side and you never wake up.
Okay. At this point, I think the Inaba Police Department has like a special search on the word midnight that just alerts people as soon as the word midnight shows up places. Ooh, that's a double ellipsis. They're really pausing now. Oh man, a triple ellipsis. Okay, yeah, I kind of oh, Velvet Room. I didn't immediately hear the Velvet Room theme, but this must be what happens in the Velvet Room whenever like there aren't people in there belting, and they just all kind of sit in silence and like make ellipses at each other. Wow, you swanked the place up. Is that a half of a disco ball directly above you guys? When you awaken, you're greeted with an unfamiliar sight. The floor, walls, and even the ceiling. Everything in the mysterious room is colored a deep ultramarine. Well, that's who are we then? Because if this is an unfamiliar sight, we can't be you. Before you sits a similarly unfamiliar woman. Definitely not you then.
Oh, welcome to the Velvet Room.
You sound slightly less bored now.
Don't worry, this is merely a dream. The you in the real world is sound asleep. Having said that, you're no guest of this room.
Well, then why am I here? She fixes you with a piercing stare as if appraising you, before continuing on.
Perhaps you've gone astray in your dream and wandered into a realm beyond your ken. This is the Velvet Room, a place that exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
I wonder if that happens often. People that have no business in the Velvet Room just sort of like wander in here in a dream, and they're like, shoot, out.
Normally, only those who have agreed upon some form of contract may come here.
Well, you know, I do have like wireless service, and they made me sign one of those, so. After saying so, she turns her gaze downward as if in contemplation.
But nothing meaningless happens in this room.
I was about to say that. I'm like, she has said that there are no accidents within the Velvet Room. So on the one hand, I'm confused because she's acting like this can happen and has happened in the past, and then she's like, but you're probably totally special.
If you are here, there must be a reason for it.
Maybe Igor was here before and he can tell the difference.
Very well. I'll use this as an opportunity to tell you of a guest we once hosted here.
Hi, you wandered to my house. Let me tell you a story. Before you straightens her posture slightly and faces you directly. It seems she want to tell you a story about someone other than yourself. Who does she intend to tell you about? I bet it's you,
Yes.
Nakara.
I know just whose story to relate.
Part of me wonders how many Velvet Room residents there have been, because we only know about really 3.
This is the tale of an unforgettable guest who kindled within my heart a flame that none of our countless visitors could match. I knew him as Yu Narukami. In overcoming a terrible ordeal that befell a certain town, he formed an irreplaceable bond with his friends.
Why would they phrase it this way? Why would they say a terrible ordeal that befell a certain town? I know it's for not giving unnecessary details to us, but from her perspective, why would she not say Inaba?
The power of their bond supported them. Through every trial, even when facing an adversary with inhuman powers, they remained undaunted throughout. You seem perplexed.
Yeah, I didn't really mean to wander in here in my dream and have you tell me about your person you really wish was your boyfriend.
I'm not surprised. You could have no notion of what I'm speaking of, after all. In that case, I will show you a glimpse into the story after they overcame their ordeal.
I'm sorry, it's so bizarrely written. It's like, hey, there was this guy, he once, met with his friends and formed strong bonds and overcame an unimaginable evil. Oh, you're confused. Let me tell you about what happened after that really interesting thing I was just referencing. When the woman raises her hand, a brilliant light slowly floods your surroundings.
To be clear, This is not the story of the ordeal they faced.
You've got to go back and play our other games for that.
One might think of it as a festival that they performed in, at the risk of their own lives.
Those are the best festivals. If you're not willing to die for something, then why are you doing it? You and his friends. Yes. Production company, Takura Productions Practice Studio. About half a year's passed since we solved the case that took place in the peaceful rural town of Inaba. Summer vacation's been over for a while, but the heat still clings. Today we had to come to a certain production company's office for a particular purpose. Okay. This is already giving me terrible flashbacks to Metroid Other M. And the only reason I say that is because I was watching some commentary on it, and they always talked about how much effort you have to spend on translation, and how whenever you're playing a game and the word a certain something or a particular something comes up a whole lot, that's usually an artifact of something that was dropped out when it was translated from Japanese to English. And so just running into those right here, I'm like, oh no! Usually the Atlas does a really good job translating, so I'm hoping this isn't a, like, omen of what's to come.
Rise-san's very late. It's past time for our lesson already.
Upon saying so, Naoto looks at the clock on the wall. Naoto Shirogane. She's an underclassman and 1 year younger than me. She's a detective in fifth generation of the distinguished Shirogane family. When I first met her, she had problems with how others saw her, and presented herself as an adult man. Now, though, she's shifted away from that, which is good. I'm glad she became comfortable with who she is. I do think that, I mean, this is kind of an awkward exposition drop, but I get it. You know, there's people playing. Although I do have to wonder if her old gender issues are going to play a part in this game, because if not, why are we talking about them? I'm not to Naoto before taking out my own cell phone, scanning this backlit screen.
No text or voicemail from her. What about you?
Me neither, it seems. I wonder if something happened. But in that case, I think you'd be the first one Rise-san would contact, Senpai.
Rise Kushikawa. She's an underclassman, a year younger than me. Like Naoto, she's a teen idol famous across Japan, working under the company, Takura Productions. Just like Naoto, she had her own issues to deal with. When we first met her, Rise had been on a hiatus from her work as an idol. However, the year we spent together helped her grow. She's currently in the midst of making a comeback to showbiz. Actually, Rise's comeback is essentially the reason ordinary high school students like us are here in the first place.
Should I give her a call?
Well, how late is she? That's the first question. I mean, if she's like, you know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes late, no, she's busy. It's show business. Everything, stuff comes up all the freaking time.
No, we can wait a little longer. Now, her work schedule is tight to begin with. It's us who are imposing on her time.
Yeah, there you go. Naruto being level-headed and intelligent about this. Good job.
Or, rather, it's me.
Okay, good job until you started just randomly self-doubting yourself. My finger hovers at the call button, but I stop and notice his words and put my cell away in my pocket. It's true. Reese's gotta be really busy. It may be better to wait a bit longer to see what happens. Just as I'm thinking this, Naruto moves to another conversation topic.
This still seems so hard to believe. For me, of all people, to be standing in a production studio awaiting dance lessons.
I couldn't have pictured it either, if it wasn't for Rise's comeback performance.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. They're calling it LMB for short, correct?
I know that they're saying this so that they can catch us up with the ongoing plot, but oh, that's such an inorganic way of doing it. Surely, you two who came to the production studio have discussed the festival before now. Urgh.
It seems to be a momentous occasion. I've heard TV crews will be there on the day of the concert.
That's right. We're anticipating as backup dancers for performance at LMB. Debut show for Rise's comeback. Wait. Why in the world are you two being backup dancers? Doesn't make a lick of sense. Of course, we see aside, we're all just amateurs. We're gonna need a lot of practice before we can handle a real show. So far, practice has been extremely rigorous, and it's still continuing on now. Oh my god. Guys, 1 second. This cat will not shut up. Sorry about that. I do want to be meowing through the entire freaking episode.
Ballroom dancing I could have managed, but I'm entirely useless at this. I felt much more at ease fighting monsters in a strange world than I feel here.
Well, yeah, at least you have some experience in, like, combat and, like, strategy and tactics. Dance is something I'm pretty sure is completely foreign to Naoto.
Oh man, I'm super late. I'm so sorry.
Rise-san! Oh, thank goodness you're all right.
My last meeting just wouldn't end. Were you two waiting long?
Yeah, not that long. I mean, the problem is it hasn't actually told me how long we've been waiting, so I guess I just get to make it up. Boom.
No, it wasn't that long.
Really? I was pretty late, so I figured you'd be mad.
You do not notice at all if you think we're going to be mad about something as little as time.
We don't hold it against you. With the music festival right around the corner, you must be overwhelmed with all the preparations. After all, it's not just we two you've been supervising. I've heard that you're making time to give lessons to the others in Inaba as well.
Well, it is her comeback, so obviously she needs her backup dancers, don't they? Wait. Does that mean all of us? Like, the entire... I mean, guys, I guess that makes sense, because they have to have a reason for all of us to dance the game. But man, that's gotta be an incredible strings to be pulling. Naoto says, we three aren't the only ones of our friends who will be participating at the Love Meets Bonds Festival. Members of the investigation team, our friends who help solve countless cases in distant Inaba will be performing at the festival as well. Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji, and Teddy. And even now, the eight of us are practicing our moves daily. Though Rise is busy with work, she's been going back and forth between here and Inaba to help teach our friends in the country.
Well, everyone's pitching in to help me. Senpai, Naoto-kun, my friends in Inaba.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, why in the world would they introduce this plot line of we have to be backup dancers with you and Naoto of all people? But I figured Naoto's the last one that would want to do this. But yeah, because you and Naoto are the two that actively move around. Everyone else kind of stays in Inaba.
I want all of us to be our absolute best on stage, so I'll do whatever I can to help achieve that. But man, the festival producer's been a real pill about it. Just a minute ago, she was going on and on about throwing our money away on amateurs. It was like I wasn't in the room. I was seriously seeing red. We'll show her. We're gonna pull this off whatever it takes, and then she'll see how amazing all of you are.
Oh, sounds like a plan, although I kind of agree with her. Why don't you just hire people that actually do this? I mean, that's like, my car's broken, you know? I could get a mechanic, but I really like Jim.
You're a true professional. My hat is off to you.
No, leave it on. I like your hat. I really like her hat. I do appreciate the way that Naoto's dressing now, and it kind of shows it. Holy crap, Rise, what are you wearing? I'm not going to take that away anymore. Now I feel dirty. Rise's like 16 still, isn't she?
You know it. So you can't slack off either, Naoto-kun. Come on, let's get this rehearsal start.
Interruption of excitement and
Oh,
emotion.
good. All three of you are here.
The studio door is open, cutting off Rise's word. Well, actually, a knock cut her off her words, but okay, close enough. The man poking his head through the doorway might be the only other friendly face here besides Rise. It's an unfamiliar studio.
Inoue-san, what's up? Wait, is that you, Nozomi? Oh my gosh! Hey girls, it's been forever!
A man called Inoue gives a smile and enters the room we're in. There are a number of girls behind him, but I don't recognize any of them.
I'm sorry to interrupt your practice, Yu-kun and Naoto-kun.
Ah, Rise-san's manager.
Could you spare a moment of your time? There are some people I'd like to introduce you both to. They're another idol group with Takara Productions. They'll be performing at LMB, too. Allow me to introduce Nozomi Nakahara, Tamami Uesugi, Sumomo Ujima, and Tomoe Sayama.
Wow, that's a whole lot of characters introduced all at once. This game is... I guess that's good, because one of the pseudo-problems that Arena and Ultimax had is it just kept reusing previous examples' characters. It would introduce like 1 or 2 characters, maybe. It's like, Arena was completely recycled characters except for Labris. And I guess Shadow Labris, but they're kind of the same thing.
These are the next generation of idols, following in Rise-chan's footsteps.
I see, so they're Rise's juniors. The 4 girls clearly all part of the same group. Smile at us dressed in matching costumes. Those aren't really matching. I guess they are. They're polka dotted, and they've got stars. But I mean, like some of them have like flower lapels, some of them don't. I wouldn't really call them matching, but whatever. This is good. I'm not an expert on the showbiz world to begin with, and there's no way I know anything about them. Is it rude to tell actual teen idols to their faces that I don't know them? If Yosuke were here right now, things would be different. However, backup comes from an unexpected place. Naoto is the one to speak up, previously lost in thought next to me.
I've seen them on TV before. As I recall, they're members of Kana Kitchen.
Wow, Naoto-kun, that's right. You sure do your homework on this stuff. But it's just you 4? Where's Konami?
That does exactly sound like Naoto. She's going to a weird situation, so she's going to study up on it.
Konami-chan's doing PR right now for her solo photo book that's out soon.
Kana Kitchen. I remember hearing that name. I see they're members of the group. If I remember right, their popular idols group made it sit around Kanami Mashitaya, another one of Rise's juniors. 4 girls Inoue-san brought here make up this group Kanami Kitchen, minus Kanami-san herself.
You know, Inoue-san, you've been pushing Konami too much lately. I don't think having her take on every job she's offered is a good thing.
You don't mince words, do you, Tomoe-chan?
Wait, if this person's younger than Rise, she's gonna be what, 14, maybe 15? How is she taller than Inoue, who's like in his 30s?
Well, I have to be direct. LMB is just around the corner. Do you understand that even now we're behind on rehearsing?
Well, maybe you shouldn't be in here talking to me.
Oh, I do. Trust me, I know how big that event is going to be for your group.
Hey, I want to do photo book work too. I want to model lots of outfits like cute swimsuits.
All right, Sumomo-chan, just calm down. If a job like that comes in, I'll make sure you get a crack at it.
Tomo-san gives a weary sighs. Tomo-san clings to Inoue-san like a pouting child. They're supposedly Rise's juniors, but I can't get a read on any of their actual ages. It's a little baffling. Okay, good. I'm glad. Sometimes I feel like I'm just being mean to the art people, and then other times, but then it, like, the text reinforces, like, no, you're actually totally right to question that. How old are they actually? If I was speaking directly to them, how polite should I be? Well, I'm thinking over it. Naoto seems startled by their presence in a completely different way. Letters.
This is a bit overwhelming. It's like being in a room with 5 Rise-sans.
What? Am I that much like them? Is that what you think of your coach?
Oh, no. That wasn't my intent
God,
at
I
all.
love their expressions.
So this guy's you-san? Huh.
If I recall Inoue-san's earlier introduction, this aggressive girl must be Tamami-san. Tamami-san. After walking over towards us, she looks at my face and stares intently at me. Did I do something to offend her? Well, I mean, just be nice is all you can do.
I'm Yu Narukami. It's nice to meet you.
Whoa, listen to this guy.
Well, yeah, I did talk. That's kind of what comes next.
Aren't you a tad too composed? You seem way too cool. I don't like it one bit.
Oh, you know, I'm sorry. I'm just naturally awesome.
Jeez, there she goes again. I'm sorry, Senpai. She's always quick to pick fights with anyone and everyone.
I see. That's the kind of girl she is. When I not Rise's words, Tamami-san dramatically points at me. What now?
Just you wait, you-san.
Okay, I'm waiting.
The next time I see you, I'll have a herd of boys with me. All of them better and dreamier than you.
Okay, he is the last one you want to threaten with that. He can be like, Harem, assemble.
It'll be a boy trail that goes so far back you can't see the end. Like a goldfish's you-know-what.
Is there something special about a goldfish's, what? I don't even know what she's talking about. What? The air in the room goes frigid at Tani-san's bizarre example. Was that intentionally awkward? Or should I say something and back her up? Wait, why would you back her up?
I'm sorry. Tamami-chan isn't very good at metaphors.
Back her up? She's attacking you!
Hey, why'd you go with you know what? Are we not supposed to say goldfish poop?
Well, I don't think saying poop in and of itself would damage an idol's image. Though, when you go out of your way to avoid saying it like that, it just calls more attention to it.
Shut up!
Stop undermining me, oh my god!
Jeez, get back in the
Jeez.
Oh, I love how they keep talking even as this comes up. Tomo-san darts away as Tamani-san chases her, while Tomo-san watches with exasperation. This suddenly becomes a sketch comedy. That's when the last member, standing next to Inoue-san, steps in and smiles cheerfully. Her name was... right. Nozomi. Nozomi? Nozomi. I am so bad at Japanese names. I get by with, you know, like, Chie because I know them.
Come now, everyone. A lady should always be graceful.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Naoto Shirogane.
Wait, did you actually have to sit there and struggle with what her name was when it's on her lapel?
It's an honor to make your acquaintance. I hope to make an impression on you.
I see. No wonder she's part of the same group as the other three. Nozumi-san seems at first glance like someone you could talk to normally, as opposed to her colleagues, but it seems like she won't be a cakewalk either. Naoto must have been thinking the same thing. Looks at her, she's desperately trying to relax. At frozen expressions, she responds to Nozumi-chan. Nozomi-san. Ah!
Yes, well then.
All right, that's enough, everyone. They're just amateurs, so try not to bother them too much.
Oh, it's no bother. We're fine. Right, Senpai?
Yeah, I'll be nice.
It was a pleasant change of pace.
Really? Yay! Then I'll keep right on bugging you. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, it won't be a change of pace if you keep doing it forever.
You two gotta know when to put the brakes on these girls. If you don't, you'll never hear the end of it.
Oh?
Who are these people anyway, Rise-senpai? And there's more coming, right? I heard they're your friends, but they're not your boyfriends, are they?
Well, they can't be my boyfriends. One of them's a girl.
Of course not. I mean, how would that even be possible? But they are all important to me. They're my friends, more precious to me than anything.
For a moment, the four of them are lost for words when hearing Rise. An odd silence settles. What's wrong? I don't think what she said is that weird.
Friends, huh?
That sounds so nice.
Then again, you could say you senpai is special to me.
I wondered how they would do that, because that's another one of those issues where you run into, you know, did you choose to, like, romance her in Persona 4? And there's no way this game could know that, so I like that. I like the way they handled that.
Ooh, is that so?
Mom, is that so?
That's a big no-no, Rise-senpai.
God, I love that.
Trouble.
I lost my train of thought. Rise grabs my arm and clings, like usual. I know she's just joking, but Rise, can an idol like you afford to do something like that in front of other people?
Rise-san?
Oh dear. Well, I guess if anyone can get away with it, it's you, Rise-chan.
That reminds me, Inoue-san. You're done introducing everyone, right? We need to get started on our lesson.
Oh, back to work.
You're right. We ought to get going in that case. Everyone, let's break until the evening interview. Could you stay in your dressing room so I can come get you later?
They all have cell phones. It's not like you're not going to be able to get in contact with them if they leave their dressing room.
Okay.
Members of Kana Kitchen reply in unison, bow before promptly and smoothly filing out of the room. Maybe it's odd, but ever since I started coming to Takura Productions, I've seen a lot of people here automatically shift gears like this. They really are professionals. I suppose it goes to show that even these girls are entertainers through and through.
Please excuse us.
That was weird. It said they all promptly filed out, and then later they talked
yes. The TV spot for LMB is going to start airing today.
again. Oh, awesome. How far away is that, actually?
You should let everyone know. It'll be broadcast across Japan, so they should be able to see it in Inaba too.
Nice. Thanks, Inoue-san.
Yeah, that was a little bit underhanded. It's going to be broadcast all across Japan, so you can see it in your little bum town, whatever it is. God, Rise, zip your shirt up. I know I saw him as the last to leave, and we're back in just 3 of us in the studio. Something quiet is in the aftermath of the storm, almost involuntarily. Now to mumbles. Sorry, I'm jumping around. It's like, I don't want to just read it, and so I like ad-lib it a little bit, and then, so I'll just try and get an idea of what it says, and then just read it, and sometimes it just ends up weird.
A TV commercial. Well, that's what we filmed the other day, yes? It's really going to appear on TV.
Is it finally hitting you? That's right, all our smiling faces will be on TVs all across Japan.
That's, wow. We've been in the TV a lot. I don't think we've ever been on TV, except for Risei.
So there's no backing out of this now, okay, Naoto-kun?
Come now. You needn't say it like that.
I'll email everyone about the ad later. Let's get practicing.
I'm sure they'll be watching even if we don't tell them about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's on TV, they're gonna figure it out.
On that point, I agree. I doubt they'd ever miss festivities like this.
She has a point. I think the faces of our friends in Inaba, I can't help but smile. Love Meets Bond Festival CD commercial introduces all the participants to the event. So, of course, we'll be participating in that film. So we all participate in that filming too. We're gonna appear on TV. This time we'll be some bizarre program. Wait a minute. You just said he had never seen the 4 members of Kana Kitchen before. But yet, they were all in the commercial? How is that possible? It does feel a little embarrassing, but it'll certainly be an exciting experience. Not to mention, my friends are even more into this kind of thing than I am. They probably already invited each other over, are waiting for the commercial's broadcast. Funny mental image brings a smile to my face.
The Love Meets Bonds Festival. Let passionate songs and dance echo across the world. In addition to this all-star cast, there will be special guests. The talented devilish idol, Risei Kujikawa. The meaty idol group, Konami Mashita and Kana Kitchen.
Come join us. At LMB Festival, we'll form a passionate bond with you all. Our meat's extra yummy, so...
Your meat?
Enjoy everyone!
What?
Oh, here we are! Where? Right there!
Huh? Yeah, you sail on large flat screen TVs today.
God, you don't have to be afraid of the TV. Okay, unfortunately, I do think I have to end the episode here. We are a little bit over time, and wow. Anyway, join me next time. We will continue this. We will continue Chapter 1, and probably go into Shadow World, because that's kind of what happens. That's the trend I've been noticing. Thank you very much for being here. If you're a new viewer, well, welcome. Awesome. And if you're not a new viewer, even more welcome, because you've been here for a while. And your welcome grows stronger over time. I don't know what I'm saying.
Persona 4, Dancing All Night.
Sure, I'll show off my moves.
Keep your spirits up, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Perfect. How's that? All right. That went well. Perfect. All right. That went well. All right. That went well. Perfect. All right. How's that? That went well. Perfect. All right. Yeah. That went well.
Stage clear.
Not bad at all.
You're improving more and more.